everybody. So, in order to obtain the fulsome extent of language's capability, we are required to utilize grandiose words. Correct? Correct? No. Why would I talk like that if I'm trying to get my message across? Let's talk about plain language in this episode of Your Message, Your Way. All right, so it's the British Isles, 1066. The Norman French have just come in and conquered. Now everyone in the royal court is talking French. So French becomes the high status language, right? And so everyone tries to want to be more high status. You speak French, and that continues now. That there's some idea that words derived from French rather than Anglo-Saxon, the early Old English, are somehow of higher station. And maybe they are. Maybe they're higher status. I don't know. I'm not going to judge on status. But when you're trying to get your message across, why are you trying to show off your status? That's what sports cars are for, right? Nobody wants to have someone show off their status. It's going to instantly turn people off. Like, who are they trying to impress? Or are they just trying to make you feel inferior? That's a great way to get someone not to listen to your message. So what can we do instead? So I already talked about conversational tone in another video. And if you didn't catch that, have a look at that. That's why conversational tone is such a great way to get your message across. And we'll go into a little bit of the science in that video. If you haven't seen that, have a look. Anyway, nobody uses those kind of words in conversation. And if they do, they're not a kind of person you want to have a conversation with, you know what I mean? So let's take that statement I opened the video with, right? In order to obtain the fulsome extent of language's capability, we are required to utilize grandiose words. Start with the opening few words there, in order to. What's the difference between saying in order to and just to? Nothing. Well, actually, there is one difference. If you want to sound pompous, you use in order to. Aside from that, it's wasted words. Just go with to. Start that. So to obtain the fulsome extent, blah, 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 blah. So secondly, if you're going to use big $5 words, make sure you know what they mean. Right? Like these days, I suppose utilize is just a $5 word for use. But you will find people who still remember that use used to mean use, and utilize used to mean use something for it not its intended purpose, right? So you can use a shoehorn to get your loafer on. You would utilize a shoehorn to eat your takeout meal that they didn't give you utensils for when you get it back to the hotel. Use, utilize. So that one, maybe pretty much everyone's going to know what you mean. Let's look at fulsome. Not a $5 word for full. It actually means like offensive, too much. Make sure you know what the words mean. So rather than in order to obtain the fulsome extent of language's capability, we are required to utilize grandiose words, why not say to get the full effect of what language can do, we need to use plain language. All right. Please subscribe. I know it's a French-derived word, but we don't have another one. Subscribe both to the channel and to the newsletter at reallygoodstory.com. And till then, more plain language for your message, your way.